Hi, here is Meyer from this channel Lenormand course online. It is nice that you are watching my videos. Lenormand card number 3, the ship. I'm going to start with that. I always use the gilded Reverie Lenormand, that's this one. However, it is difficult to work with it in the beginning because it is less simple. For that you better use the Mademoiselle Lenormand, that's this one. You can buy them very cheaply everywhere. Well, what do you see in the picture? The ship chart is depicted with a 3-master. There is to see on the mast a yellow pennant. The ship sails on the sea, and already sees land in the distance. The ship is a black card, you can see that. You also see that there is a flag in it, and that is the Belgian flag, and to be honest, I don't understand this very well. Because this is grafted on Marie and Adelaide Lenormand. Yes, that means she lived in France. Later this card deck was made in Germany. So what that Belgian flag there? Maybe one of you knows this. Then I would like to hear this. Brief description. I'll grab this one. A brief description. The ship is a positive card. That means if there is a negative card next to it, it will still retain its positivity. But then the negative cards become, say, a little milder because this card is next to it. I'm not that into positive and negative thing, but in this case it is clearer because then I can explain this to you how it works. What does the card represent? The card represents changes in your life. As you think at a certain point, I want something different. I don't like what my life is like anymore. You may already be working on that to change it. If this card is drawn, it could well be that change is indeed coming into your life. It is also possible that the card has to do with travel, but then your question is different, of course. Or that you're looking for a boyfriend, if you are looking for a relationship, that you meet him abroad. That can also stands for it. In general, it stands for finance. That is what it generally stands for. That's this card it stands for. Yes, also look at which card are around it, what theme this is about. In a grand tableau, if you lay this down, then you often know where it stands for, when you do a reading without a theme and without a question. The ship in your daily life. Is your energy in balance or not? That is important to know. If you draw this card, maybe your energy is not so balanced yet. You can work on that. It can also be good if you want to do it on another way. If so, there is a good chance that it will take place. A other meaning from this card is very different. If you are somewhere abroad or on vacation, or whatever, this card can also indicate that you can get homesick. Furthermore, this card stands for concluding a good business agreement. It stands for that too. As a tip, are you done with everything and everyone around you, and do you really want to make short work of it? Chances are that this card will then appear, even if you have plans to do something abroad or to go on a long journey. The card can also say something about a spiritual journey you are gonna to make in your life. That you get an aha moment, there can this card also stand for. The ship is a money card, as I said before, a finance card. He represents wealth and income. He can also represent leadership. That is also possible. The card represents purpose and is knowing what you want. Personality traits. You love to travel and go on an adventure. You want to know everything to learn from it, that you are not always grounded. That you are a little bit new agey. Because often you just want that challenge. So you cannot grounded and be happy with what you already have gathered in life. Sometimes you feel great, but other times you feel a bit down. Also, you can be somewhat restless in nature. Is this a person card? No, it does not represent a person. That is clear, this is not the case. What kind of work suits you? In commerce, whether a businessman or businesswoman. Banker, working in tourism, he can also stand for that. Waterboard or as a captain. In combination with other cards, if it stands with the clover, then the finances can improve. If you see this card with the stork, it says this is an airplane or that you are traveling with an airplane. With the tower, it represents a bank or institution dealing with money. If you draw this card with the ring, a relationship based on finances, raise or promotion. The ship, that was this card. This one. Next time I'm going to talk to you about the card of the house. Until next time.